Alright guys, here we are back again with yet another Helldivers 2 controversy. Honest to God, I'm just blown away that a game that is so massively successful, that has managed to retain a fairly large audience for such a long time, just continues to find ways to shoot itself in the foot. And I haven't even bought a copy of this game yet, guys. I have been holding off, thinking one of these days I'll just pull the trigger, buy the game, and I'll just try to, stream it on Fridays when we do our live streams and stuff. But no, I have yet to buy this game. By the time I get around to it, this game's going to have no player base left after the devs have made every bad decision possible to chase everybody away. So if you don't know about Helldivers 2, there's been a lot of controversies around this game. Now, it came out of nowhere. Everyone's like, oh my god, this is the best game ever. It's funny. There's a parody to the whole, Starship Troopers type element to it. You're squishing bugs. You're nuking people. It's a fantastic, just shoot 'em up, blow everything up kind of game. It's messy. It's chaotic. It's exactly what you want to play, kind of like, a hack and slash like Doom at the end of the day where you just want to destroy shit. This is the kind of game that appeals to people who just want to unplug their brain, have a good time with their friends, and not take anything too seriously. Unfortunately, there's been controversy after controversy, one of them being the fact that after the people had already bought the game, they had paused this need to link a PlayStation Network account. And then, of course, they restricted this game from areas, from countries around the world, from different regions, who can't have PlayStation accounts. So after people bought this game, they then had it taken away and has yet to be reinstated. I think it's like 150 different territories or countries or whatever that still can't play this game because they don't have a PlayStation account. Despite the fact that, Sony and Helldivers rolled back the need for it, they still have not put the game back in those regions as far as I know. Correct me if I'm wrong. Of course, we've also seen with Helldivers 2, their community managers are a joke. They're completely insane woke activists. They have been banning people for not liking furry art. They've been banning people for using inappropriate language, which is it's just absolutely mind-boggling that these people are so sensitive in today's, modern society where it's like, guys, you've heard every word under the sun. How can you be so offended by words and by emojis at this point? But you know what? These are people who spend their entire life online. They don't live in the real world. They don't do banter. They don't have friends who are going to be mean to them. They just want everything to be nice online, and it's all fake. Before we get any further, guys, check out the Kickstarter I have linked down below if you're into graphic novels, if you like sci-fi, if you like good action, or if you're a comic book fan and you like, the classic Marvel and DC type stuff without all the woke, garbage crammed into it. Check this out. There's a link down in the description down below for this Ailerin Hidden Emperor, I believe is the name of this particular one. It's the third book in the series. I could be wrong about this. But it's a continuation of this series about this character done by John Delarose. Fantastic artwork, great story. You guys will love it. Check it out down below. I will leave that linked in the description. So now we're seeing a new controversy with Helldivers 2 over a nerfing of a flamethrower. Now look, I just picked up the flamethrower in Dead Space a couple nights ago. Freaking love it. Okay, if you took that away from me or nerfed it in some way, I would be pissed. So I get it. I understand what these guys are going through right now. So this Niche Gamer article says Helldivers 2 update receives backlash over nerfing flamethrower. Helldivers 2 new update, the escalation of freedom is under heavy scrutiny by players due to perceived weakening of certain weapons. Popular players like Reddit's Gnome KR have blasted the incompetence of Arrowhead Game Studios, the game's developer, accusing them of nerfing popular weapons like the flamethrower and shotgun. Now, let's be honest, guys. We've all been around a long time. There are plenty of decisions that are made in games, especially games that have a lot of different weaponry, games that need the balance, to be, or the scales to be rebalanced as far as like the player versus player weaponry. Games like Apex Legends, we see them do this all the time where they nerf weapons, put weapons away behind, a special item drop that you have to pick up on a certain part of the map. They just want to make the game more competitively balanced, so they say. But then in a situation like this, where this is a game that's supposed to be messy, chaotic fun, and it's supposed to be overpowered, and you're launching grenades and nuking things, why would you nerf weaponry? To be honest, I don't understand. I'm sure they have a reason for this, guys. I'm not a developer. I'm sure they have reasons for this. But it's just sad that we keep seeing these things where people have things that they really enjoy taken away from them. Even Kotaku had to admit that this game has been its own worst enemy. And Kotaku, to the credit of Moses Taveras, I believe the person who wrote this article's name is, managed to get through his entire article without pinning any of the controversy on gamers as, like, the bad guys from WW2, he straight up says this game has done everything it possibly can to shoot itself in the foot, and basically it is dangling by a thread at this point, essentially daring the last few couple thousand players they have. I mean, let's be fair, there's like tens of thousands of people still playing this, but from where it was 6 months ago at its peak, it has dropped hundreds of thousands of players. So you can see Grumps points out that the most massive update is failing. The Helldivers 2 update never got a weekend boost in players. This is not normal. Huge content update like this should entice far more players to the game, and the weekend should be their biggest spike. And you can see on the chart right here, it just didn't do much. It didn't move the numbers at all. Nothing changed between the time that the update released and before. It didn't do enough to actually create any hype or excitement for this game. And now you see that Helldivers players are protesting the game by allowing the bot faction to invade Super Earth. And you can see it right here on this map, that the map is actually being overrun, apparently, because people are just like, you know, enough's enough. We're just going to basically heed ground to the bad guys because we are tired of the developers of this game not listening to us. Person here says, Helldivers after the latest patch as a fire weapons enjoyer. Y'all got any fun? No, we got abysmal dog shit. I mean, I've been there. I've been there in so many games. And I remember this Reddit post, it looks like, from months ago. This person basically saying, I work 10 hours 5 days a week. After work, I play Helldivers 2 to have some fun blowing crap up, but y'all seem intent to making that as difficult as possible. Goes down to the very bottom and says, your game really stood out in design and fun months ago. Y'all seem intent on screwing it up more so than you already have. In the words of Duke Nukem, babes, bullets, bombs. Damn, I love this job. You ain't got no babes and you keep castrating your bullets and bombs. /quit. So again, you can see right here, the player, like I said, the player numbers, it's still in the tens of thousands, guys. It's not like this game is dead. It's not like you have, you know, to wait an hour to find a match if you're good, you know, play with public, accounts or whatever, public, servers. But the fact of the matter is, this is a substantial drop. You're talking down 420,000 players from its 6-month peak. That's bad because they haven't replaced those players. So bad to this point that the CEO has actually come out and said that they are also disappointed with this new update. He says, we went through this earlier this year. Why are we here again? Well, unfortunately for him, the answer lies with Arrowhead Studios. It lies with the people that are actually creating these patches, the developers behind the game, and the decisions that they're making. So, unfortunately for him, I get that he has, a good... it seems like he's got a decent head on his shoulders and his heart's in the right place when it comes to the game that they created. But I don't think that you can honestly survive when every time you release a patch, release an update, every time that you have any sort of public, announcement, it always involves some sort of, chaos or scandal or crisis where players are now being, threatened that they can't even play the game anymore unless they have a PlayStation account network account. So I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Let me know what you think about all this. I am very curious what you guys are doing. Are you guys, the ones of you who've been playing this game, are you still playing it? Did you guys quit when you had to make a PlayStation account? Have you quit after some of the updates? Has it been the community managers that have chased you off? What is it about this game specifically that has chased you away to the point where you're not playing it anymore? Because I know that there's a large percentage of people who are going to see this video who have probably given this game up entirely, and I'm curious as to why. So I'm going to leave it right there, guys. Let me know what you think about this whole situation, and I will catch you on the next one. All right, and if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you for being here. I do have 2 channels, Minimal Effort Podcast, as well as my gaming channel. I do have a Twitch and Kick for my gaming channel. We do live streams over there occasionally, maybe once a week. And then if you are in the market for a new PC, make sure to check out Meta PCs. Click the link I have down below. Use code TBO at checkout for a special discount. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.